Ik weet het, maar het is nog te vroeg voor mij. Het is te vroeg. Ah, redelijk, ja, redelijk eigenzinnig, juist.
Redelijk eigenzinnig.
Geen flauw idee.
Eigenlijk zijn eigen zin kan doen en toch kan studeren wat hij wil.
Redelijk eigenzinnig.
Why do we give an honorary doctorate and why not a money prize? Are there alternatives for fighting terrorism? Does marriage make people happy, or is it the case that happy people get married more easily? Why should you care about microeconomics? Economics can provide an answer in many fields, like recent work of Bruno Frey. What he has been doing actually is using the economic methodology to analyze many subjects, everyday subjects. He has been investigating the determinants of happiness, of how happy people are, how satisfied they are with their lives. For him, it's clear that one of the main questions of whether something is worthwhile analyzing is that whether it's relevant. So microeconomics is actually defined as a way of thinking about problems. Those issues can be anything, as long as people are involved and people have their own preferences and they make their own choices. Why is this a good honorary doctorate for the VUB? His approach to science and to economics more specifically fits well into the reasonably self-willed approach of our university. He's very productive, also in terms of new ideas that he's brought into the field. New to the field, but not always new to the world, in the sense that he's brought many ideas from psychology into the economic world. So if government worries whether citizens trust them as a government, then maybe the government should ask itself whether they trust their citizens. In more general terms, they will do what the government expects them to do. There has been a lot of empirical work proving that this leads to a more efficient government, that this leads to more happy people, that this leads to less tax evasion. And if you compare countries, or even within countries, if you compare in his analysis, for instance, cantons in Switzerland, then you see that the level of trust that governments have in their citizens differs. Should we decide on political issues by referenda, or should we let all decisions taken by politicians? Well, much of his work has been on direct democracy, so should we apply direct democracy in Belgium? He's from Switzerland, so that's the country where we have referenda in the real world, so where they actually function. I've said that he's a kind person, I've said that he's a brilliant academic. There's only one thing that I think we disagree on, and that is the quality of Belgian relative to Swiss chocolates. Microeconomics or public choice will not be able to resolve that dispute, but maybe direct democracy could. So in that sense, economics has an answer. In Switzerland, among cantons, there are different levels of direct democracy. So my question then is, if direct democracy is as good as you say it is, why do not all cantons adopt the same high level of direct democracy?